What's good with it, people? The Mel Speaks here. Been a minute, but I'm right back in it. Man, I'm getting on here again. I just had a thought. Earlier, I was doing some research, right? And it was about all this cannibalism things going on. There was a lot of cannibalism going on during slavery. Matter of fact, there was a lot of cannibalism going on during the Islamic slave trade also. And I'm wondering, what did they do with some of the male body parts and some of the female body parts that they chopped off? A lot of, castration was going on. So in my research, finding out these people were eating humans, barbecuing them. They was having those Sunday picnics. Say it that way, say picnic, but it's pick a N. And the major thing they would do was chop off the genitals, chop off, the breast of women. Now, since we know they were consuming human body parts, barbecuing them, this is oral, this is written. They was cooking up human ribs, all types of, boiling stuff. Now I'm thinking, was that kind of a figure of where hot dogs came from? Just think about it. With the hot dog, what's the other name for it? Wiener. Why would it be called a wiener? What's another name for a wiener? Anus. Chicken breast. Is that another thing of them? They stopped cutting us up, so they start taking breast of chicken. Is that what it is? It sounds weird. It sounds a little sketchy, but just think about it. If they were eating people, chopping people up, castrating black men, was the penis of a black man their hot dog? Think about that for a second. You cook it up. What do hot dogs do when you cook them up? They kind of sweat. They swell up. Things like that. Then you put it in between a bun. You want to call it a glizzy now? Okay. What color is a hot dog or a sausage? I know there is, I guess, a German dude pretty much came up with sausages in a sense around the 1800s, maybe a little bit before that, and he brought it to America. So when he brought it to America, he started serving it. But what was going on before the 1800s? Matter of fact, what was going on around the 1800s? If they've been, castrating black men, Africans, for hundreds of years, it's a sick mindset to have. To know that could be the idea of where you get your hot dogs from, is them, castrating us and eating it at a picnic. That's where I think the hot dogs, honestly, that's where I think hot dogs came from. That's why I ain't messing with hot dogs anymore. I just had to sit and really do a bit of research and realize these some sick people out here, man. We know they eating children. We know they were taking people to islands and hunting them. You know, this is what they've been doing. They've been eating people. They've been hunting people. They've been raping people. You know, all types of the wildest things that we know went on in the past are still going on today, or have gone on today, with no accountability. People saying, "Oh, you know, he hung, you know, he deleted himself in jail." We know that's cap. Ain't no millionaire or billionaire deleting himself. It's not happening. You know, oh girl, you know, it's still in there. Don't even look like her. Oh, we ain't gonna send these people to jail. We just gonna, you know, hide the evidence, hide the names, all types of wild stuff. These people been doing all this, so the connection of the way we eat is literally of how they used to eat. You know, they came here as cannibals. They really did. They came here as cannibals. Some of them pretty much came from the caves and ate each other. This is written in oral history. There's books on this. The delectable Negro, things like that. These people been eating each other, been eating us. You know, pretty much having babies to eat babies. You know, you got groups that be putting their mouth on babies and saying they're getting them circumcised. You know, just a lot of weirdo behavior. And that's just a thought. I shouldn't be thinking stuff like this, but it just seems too obvious. A lot of the things that we do come from a sick mindset of what's been done to us. Yeah, there's always been confrontation, but there's no evidence of any brown people eating people until we got connected with those that already did it. There's no evidence of it. There's rare evidence of us even being meat eaters in general, because we had vast vegetation everywhere before people started, you know, messing with the food and destroying land and things of that sort. So I think it's time for us to like really think and watch how the world is. Yeah, we still gotta work. Yeah, we still gotta, you know, do our thing. But I think it'd be best if we understand how the world really is and how it really works, and watch out for the sickos. You know, protect our children. I mean, if you're allowed to have that, you know, deleter on you, keep it in your pocket if you can. You know, keep your location on with your family members, because there's some weirdos out here, man. People going missing all the time. People saying they getting, you know, their family members getting like that after people just talking to them, having straight conversations. They come up missing in certain states. That's why it's good to have your weapon on you, some type of form of weapon at all times, because people just randomly coming up missing is crazy. And if we think they're taking people down, it'd be nice to think that way. But at the moment, I'm iffy about it. I'm 50-50 about it because of what goes on in this world. You know, organs are big money. You know, playing with people's lives is big money. You know, they create weapons to delete people. They used to eat the body of Egyptians of Egyptian mummies. So we know how all these people really are. I'm not saying it's everybody, but it's enough people in this world that are doing these wicked things and have a destroyer mindset. And with that mindset, you do wicked stuff like create wieners as something you eat at a picnic. You know? Just put 2 and 2 together, people. It's not that hard. Ribs. You know? All the things we eat, it seems like it has a straight line to what was done to people in the past. Even the names of certain foods, it just seems meatballs. Like, come on now, are we serious? Is it really that connected? Like, they just throw it in our face like we don't know, or pretty much we don't want to know, but it's there. Just think about the things you eat, what it does to your body, and what mentality you have after you eat these things. Do the research on what meat literally does to you. Now, myself, I've gone off and on being vegan, and I'm not gonna lie, I get the urge to eat ribs and chicken wings and all types of stuff like that. And when the food isn't available to you to eat nutritious food, it's like you get hooked. But I'm doing my best to, take myself off of all those bad products and get back to eating well again. Because thinking how these elites do us and what they use our body parts for and how they use us and the money they make by using us and, pretty much switching our brains into other people's bodies to live longer. Just the most crazy, wicked, nasty things people could do on this earth. But I advise y'all to just take a second and think, do a little bit of research, take 10, 20 minutes out, just do a little research on how wicked this world is and how wicked some people are. And just watch your surroundings, because people, they want your wiener. They want your meatballs. They want to consume your ribs. They want to consume your fingers. You chicken fingers, but the names just connect way too much. But I'm going to get at y'all, another day. Give y'all some more info, break down this trucker life stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.